Hello everyone, it's Dale here. In today's video I'd like to talk about Bitcoin, and the reason is that the Bitcoin has been dropping like crazy and a lot of traders are wondering where the Bitcoin will go and what to expect. If I look at the chart and use volume profile, I would say that it is pretty straightforward because the volume profile very nicely shows you the strongest supports and resistances here. So let's take a look at the chart and let me show you. So what you see before you, this is the daily chart of Bitcoin. So this is the big picture, and as you can see from the all-time high in here, Bitcoin made quite a huge sell-off, and currently it is dropping, and right now I don't really see any strong support that would be standing in the way of this strong sell-off. Let me use the volume profile here and let me show you what could actually stop the sell-off of the Bitcoin. Alright, so what I'm going to do is apply the volume profile over this whole area to see the volume distribution here. As you can see, there was this massive volume zone from which strong buying activity started, and this heavy volume zone, this is a place where buyers were active, building up their long positions, and from there, from this rotation, they pushed the price aggressively upwards. And the beginning of that heavy volume zone is roughly in here, and this is also where a strong support is. Because when the price hits this level, all those traders will want to buy cheap again, because this was a liquidity zone in the past, right? This whole area was a place where a lot of people were willing to trade Bitcoin, because this was a price range where a lot of people found the price of the Bitcoin fair, right? So all the big guys now know that this is a place where they'll be able to buy cheap again, way cheaper than in here, right? So that's why the Bitcoin is dropping, because the big guys are pushing the price downwards, and they are pushing the price downwards because they want to buy cheap again. So they'll probably want to push the price of the Bitcoin to this heavy volume zone, and in that heavy volume zone buy again. And what happens when they buy again? Well, the price will go upwards again, right? Now, this may not be a scenario which will happen in a couple of days. Maybe we will need to wait a bit, but this is what is a very likely scenario to happen. All right, and this is the strongest support standing in the way right now, and the way I see it, the Bitcoin is just free falling now. There's nothing really stopping it. I don't really see any support. I don't see any reason why the Bitcoin should stop this sell-off, and that's why I think that it will continue to drop until it hits the beginning of this heavy volume zone. It is around 7,000, and that's where I expect the price to react. Alright, now obviously this support is not just this one level. Supports are zones, right? So it is not just this level, but I'm talking about the whole zone. This is a zone where heavy volumes were traded in the past, right? So this whole zone is a support. In my experience, the price is likely to react at the beginning of the support zone, but in fact it can actually react any place in that support, right? So you need to think about that as well, because when you are placing your stop loss, you want to place the stop loss behind that support, which in this case would be somewhere in here, right? The price shouldn't go past this zone. If it does, then it's better to take the stop loss here. Now let's talk about a resistance, because there's also a strong resistance formed on the Bitcoin, and let me show where it is. Again, I'm going to use the volume profile here, and in this case I'm looking how the volumes were distributed in this rotation before this sell-off started. right? And the beginning of that heavy volume zone is around the 95,000. And this is a resistance zone, right? Beginning at this level. So it is likely that when there's a pullback to that level, there'll be a reaction, all right? And again, this is not just a level, but we are again talking about a resistance zone, which begins at 95,000, but in fact it is this whole zone that's a resistance, right? And again, we can very easily see that using the volume profile, right? The volume profile tells us exactly what's going on in here, where the volumes were traded, where the big institutional traders were interested in trading, and where the strong support and resistances lie. All right, so this is the resistance right here. This is the support, and what we need to do now is just wait for the price to either hit that support and go long from there, or to hit that resistance and go short from there. All right, so let's see how this plays out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if you would like to learn more about volume profile trading, and if you would like to trade alongside me every day, then I recommend visiting my website. It is at trader-dale.com, and if you click this button, then it shall take you to this page where you can browse my trading education and custom-made trading indicators. It's the volume profile pack, the order flow pack, and VWAP pack. You can get them separately in here, or if you scroll down a bit, then together in one discounted combo in here. All right, and if you guys would like to trade alongside me and other prop firm funded traders every day in a live trading room, then you want to click the button which says FTA in here. If you click it, then it will take you to this page, the Funded Trader Academy page. There's a video which you can watch, and in the video I'll tell you everything that's included in the Funded Trader Academy. And if you're interested, you can book one-on-one call in here, where we'll walk you through the service in detail, and you can decide whether or not this is right for you. All right, so that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading.